It's not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash.
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, come on, no, come on. Right there.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Throw complete to Herndon. That one goes for 30 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Bell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This one complete to Gresham. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on second and 14. Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
At the Patriots' 10-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Darnold. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
You think you gonna get this? Hey, check 20. Go Bandit.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You can't block me. You can't.
Hey, Haywood. Ozzy.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Check.
Let's go on. No, 66. Wait,
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Malcolm. Hey, orbit.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Kill. Alert. Hey, Delta. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second.
On play action, now Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Not today.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down. Devin McCourty brings him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
I'm here all day. Check 37. Check 37. 51 Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
Check. We're going to sign. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Now a first down carry by Bell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now Bell. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Regular, regular. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Bring it.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that's incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, get to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A little 360.
Oh, man.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming, lady.
A first down throw, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You must be dreaming. Young lady.
Now it's Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 72.
Throwing now is Brady. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Motion.
Shotgun now for Brady. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Ben Watson. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That's our boy, baby. Go
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. They'll run with White. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Check.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, box truck.
Cut. Mike spot 4. Oh, here we go. Oh.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
You better be afraid. Hey, check it.
Switch.
When he hit.
From the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mike 54. Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54. We ain't giving them nothing to do.
To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Bell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Darnold. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, goal 66. When it hit.
Check 3.
Topper.
10. Shift. 25.
53, Linda.
Check 25. Hatchet. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
1st down, here's White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. White's got a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Michael Bannon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now Edelman. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, Michelle. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, goal 66.
Watch the ship. Slam, slam, slam. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On play action, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Crowder. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. away. He's taken down. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got Gresham. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
3 down, 3 down.
He's back to throw. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. Thomas, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
66. Hey, exit.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Alert.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Bravo.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, hey.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. New England on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Hey, hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
Kill, 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 kill.
Again, it's Michelle. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring?
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.